老师好。
谈谈跨国恋的优点和缺点。What do you think are the pros and cons of being in a cross-cultural relationship?
I think it's easier for us because I am half Asian, so it's not as distinct as it might be perhaps with like a completely Caucasian person. Um, the pros are there's a lot of versatility. It's not always the same thing. We have different types of food, we do different things, and we have different ways of thinking, which can be hard at times, but which broadens our perspectives when we talk about it. The cons, I guess the cons can also similarly be when we have different perspective on things and we do get into arguments about it. I think that could be an element of just all couples, but you could attribute part of that to being like an interracial couple.
谈谈一个事情，你碰到了一个文化差异。Could you elaborate on a moment in your relationship when you encountered a cultural difference?
I think it's hard to pinpoint something, but something we were talking about was how when we first started dating, I don't like loud noises, and you think that that's a part of my Japanese upbringing, or just like being loud in public is very painful for me, and you talk very loudly sometimes. So I remember I would find it would be a little overwhelming at times, or like when we were in the train in Shanghai. When you wanted to talk, and I was like, no, people don't talk on trains, like you have to be quiet, you have to be respectful. Yeah, that's very much a Japanese thing, and I feel like that's like something that we both overcame, which is good.
谈谈一个事情，你感觉你们的文化类似。Could you elaborate on a moment that you thought your cultures overlap?
I think there is a lot of overlap actually, because Japan and Korea are so close, and they share a lot of similar roots. Let me think for a sec. I think family is very important to both of us, and you can say that about a lot of people, but I think in Asian cultures there's a different level to that familial importance. Like you Skype with your grandma all the time, and if my grandma had a computer or a phone, I would Skype with her all the time too. I think for us, like keeping in contact with our parents is really important. What else? What do you think?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm interviewing you.
I can interview you too. It's called reciprocity, babe.
Cultural overlap. You can tell I never really thought about this.
See, it's hard.
Okay, so I guess我不知道。
我也不知道。Next.
Overlap.
I feel like my answer was sufficient.
Yours was pretty good. 好，最后一个问题。
Okay.
你觉得为了有好的跨国恋，哪个因素是最重要的？ What do you think is the most important element in making a cross-cultural relationship work?
The same thing that's most important in making any relationship work, communication. I think if there is some kind of difficulty or problem due to a cross-cultural, like a cultural difference, the best way of dealing with it is talking about it. Chances are it's pretty deeply rooted, like whatever happened is deeply rooted in that person's culture. So if you don't find ways to talk about it or try to understand from the other person's perspective, then the problem's just going to keep reoccurring. So communication is by far the most important thing.
好，谢谢。
客气。